Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I normally have shows on Mondays and Fridays, but I had a dental appointment yesterday, so I moved it to today. Tell me if you like the picture this way or if I zoom out. Which do you like better for these 8.5 by 11 sheets? Out. Okay. That's what I'd usually do, but then when I was looking on screen, they looked so far away. Well, I was behind because of my dental appointment yesterday. It didn't go quite as smoothly as I thought, so I didn't get anything actually done yesterday, and had to get some last minute things ready for this morning. So I'm really excited. I went through all of the invoices that I have scanned. And I came up with a pack of 35 invoices that are printed, and it's on this really fun, soft paper. It's 24 pounds. I I did 35 per pack for these, and then I have a pack of ledgers and things like that, ledger pages. And I'd love feedback from you guys if um, you'd like smaller packs because they're $1 a page, so these packs are gonna be 35 for the invoices and all of the ledger set that I'll show next. I'm just trying to find the pin so I can or the posting so I can pin it. I have to spell invoice right. That would help, wouldn't it? There we go. So let me show them to you, and then you guys give me some feedback if you oh, excuse me, if you would like to. So here's the first one, a beautiful blue. I picked the most of them. I picked the fanciest, with images and things on them. So they're a wonderful collection. 1899. This one is 1874, 1895. Beautiful orangey brown. We got 1888 in a fun pink. This is, um, well, I'm trying to find a date. But for whatever reason, I love love all that type of imagery that are on these old invoices. Oh, 1915, maybe? Some of them are hard to tell. I thought this one was cute with that bench and all the fonts, and that looks like a barber chair. 1903, 1909, and I printed them their actual size. So I believe I've been working a lot with that, with actual size versus not on the printer, because this one is blank, but I loved all of this imagery. Just thought that was really pretty. But we got another blank one. All right, but I couldn't pass up that beautifulness at the top. There's a couple that are horizontal instead of vertical. And I tried to pick, as many with the stamps that fit with the beautiful imagery and fonts. This is a little bit smaller one, but it's a beautiful pink. When you see on any of mine, if you see some black in there, that's just where the paper was torn, so it created that blank spot. So you would just trim that out, but most of these don't have that. 1887, another beautiful plant of some sort. I thought this was a beautiful color. If you hear my printer in the back, that's because I'm printing off some last minute things. 1894 in a pretty light blue. Got all this gorgeousness at the top. 1894. This is like a blue gray, but I loved all of this on the side. 1884. 1874. 1882, or what all these are dated. Most of them been 1800s. So I have bought the originals and then I scanned everything. This one I liked because it had the numbers and, kind of that different look at the bottom with the boxed off area. Look at this pretty stamp. All kinds of different shades of color that would go with so many, things in your junk journals. Another beautiful blue with a nice stamp. You get the actual, this is how they actually scanned. That's where they were wrinkled enough that I didn't want to pull them and tear them. I did that to one and I told myself I wasn't doing that again. 1892. This is a pretty gray. 1919. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for being here. This font I just thought was amazing. 1883. Look at this color. It's like a blue green with red. Welcome in, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, this one is page 36. I put that there's 35 in the pack. This is going to be an extra. I just love this invoice, but it was in pretty rough shape. We got a lot of areas that, were torn and stuff, but I wanted you to have it in this pack just so you could, even if nothing else, use this top part. So it's an extra. So what do you guys think? Oh, I just splattered my buttons around. Let's go ahead and run it. Oh, I do too. I think they're gorgeous. Let's start it and see if anyone likes this bigger pack. And if not, give me feedback and I can sure make smaller packs. There we go. Pushing up daisies. Thank you. And thank you for the bids, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'll run it again. Well, I thought I could do, oh, hell. I only put one in the auction. Yeah, crap. Hang tight. Good grief. I was going fast and didn't put multiple in, did I? Okay, let me. Yes, yes, definitely, definitely pushing up daisies. Let's see, I guess I'll take a picture of this and then I'll make a listing. Goodness sakes. Here we go. Good gosh. There's always something that I just think this is a good way, to use the French stuff, but like we've talked about in several shows, use the French stuff, but not have to pay the higher price for the um, authentic ones. Because I have a little trouble thinking about using authentic ones in a junk journal. Plus, if you made them and sold them, you'd have to ask a pretty penny for one with authentic stuff in it. Okay, we're finally ready. Sorry about that. Here we go. It's running. Thank you, Kim. Is there anyone that would prefer to see smaller packs? Oh, thank you. I think they turned out so pretty. Hi, Jenny. We're running. Weren't you the one that asked me last week if I had invoices? And I think I said yes. And I got to looking, and the packs I have were for ledger pages, those stock sheets, and things like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to make a pack of invoices. Okay, we'll run it one more time just in case. There's 35 sheets, brand new hot off the press. Yeah. Well, for whatever reason, someone asked about invoices, and I thought that's what was in that pack, but it wasn't. All right, so here's the extra one you get. That red is just beautiful. Thank you so much, guys. Gals, I'm glad you like them. Okay, I'll get to the ledger things, but let me show these while we're on scanned and printed things. This pack is scanned and printed sheets of ledgers. These are different. The numbers are different at the top, different pages. I just love the blue, of course. Hi, Maritza. Did you see the French invoices? It's been a while. Yeah, so if you see a blue and they look similar, it's only because the numbers at the top are different and I did multi. Here are some of those really pretty, I don't know what you call them, shares, share sheets of shares that had been bought. So you'd have three sections on each page. Oh, and I just thought this was fun. I got I got this and decided to scan it. And when I scan, and it was I think a two pager like that, so I did it in half. When I scan, I make sure to get the entire image except for the document covers I did last week, and I'll explain that when we get to them. But I want the entire image when I print. So I make sure I've got the whole thing and then I size it so that it's all on one page. So these wouldn't be the authentic size. If you've seen them, I mean, they're like big, but here you got them smaller and you can cut them up to use in our junk journals. This one is fun, has all kinds of. This one has all the beautiful numbers on the side and all of the calligraphy. These are actually, I bought these from G Smiley and I scanned them, and there's different months. That's why there's multiple of those. I was trying to get every month of the year, and I haven't quite got every month of the year yet. So I'm waiting for her to. Oh, yes. When I first started, I bought a lot of my stuff from her, my French pieces. Whoop, they're not wanting to stay over. So March and May, here's the other side of May. Like this would have been what the page looked like as a folio because you've got number 177 and 178. I guess they would have been this direction. And so I scanned each half and I had to use Photoshop to combine the images. I've learned all kinds of stuff since I've been on Whatnot. So here are I call these stock too, but I don't know. But when you see those sheets, like at Gina's shows, you're going to see them look like this. They're connected, and then this folds. So I did the actual stock sheet. Oh, I know. The writing is cool. I didn't even look, Maritza, to see if you said you saw the invoice pages. And then these are all the little tickets with the numbers that would be so fun in a junk journal. Here's this one with its labels. And this one with the blues and reds. And this is probably my favorite one. This was a tall, skinny folio, and I actually scanned the whole thing so we could have this side by side. Okay, so I'll put this blue one on top because it's pretty. I know, but what we have to think about, if you buy the scanned stuff, you just spent 5, 10, or more times that just to get this much, you know? And I had a hard time splitting it because I love all of it, but I am definitely more than happy to make smaller packs like I keep saying, because I understand. Okay, let me find this listing. I've had this one for a while and haven't shown it recently. That's not the one. Where'd it go? It popped up in front of my face. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, I'm gonna bump up the number I have because these I put in cheaper, so that's what I'm gonna keep it at. I go through a lot of ink and paper, so mostly just trying to recover that, you know. Okay, so this is for these 35 sheets of Ledger, um, what was it? Mostly Ledger, wasn't it? And the stock sheets. Oh, and then the other little stock pages. Yeah, but primarily. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, I'm going to do this is going to be called Ledger Pack. Jenny had a hell of a time last week getting those document covers the way I liked them. I'll explain more when I get to it. And so you're actually going to get two sets. Let's see. And I was going to have them in the mail yesterday, and the dentist took 300 times longer than I thought yesterday, and so I didn't get them. So they're going today. I never ship this late, so I apologize. All right, let's run the ledger ledger stock and shares. See, I just need to look at what I titled it. Yeah, it was a kind of a bad one yesterday. I had to work on 3 teeth and it was ugh. All right. Now we had a request for the oh, pushing up daisies. Remind me which one. The it was ledger packs. Was it the pharmacy ones? Yeah, I have horrible, horrible teeth. I feel like I live at the dentist. So thank God for Novocaine. I think that's isn't that what they call what they give you? I'm getting it pulled up and pinned. Yeah, there we go. I'm thinking pushing up daisies wanted to see these, but I can't remember. This is 4 um, folios from French pharmacy ledgers, and they're just pretty quite cool. And so we do. You've got beautiful numbers. This is the smallest one. Yeah, and Maritza, you and I haven't talked for a long time, have we? I didn't do as many shows in December. We've got 11, let's see, close to 11 and a half by 7, little over 7 and a half. That's the smallest one, but remember it's a folio, so you've got the 2 pages. And this is a little bit thinner paper. That's 1919. I don't know. Some of their letters, like this, I never know if that's a 5 or a 6, like right here. Okay, so then we've got the other 3 are pretty much the same size. And they are, wow, 12 and a quarter by 9 and a half, approximately. And this one I thought was really unique. If you can see the red, let me get the right, you can see it in that corner. Look at that. All of the edge is red on all 3 sides, all sides but the one that was bound in the book. You can kind of see it here where they're wrinkled. I just thought that was so pretty. You've got all kinds of goodies here. The writing. This one is neat because it has these red boxes here for some color. This one is 1955. This is the newest one. And again, it's a folio. So you're going to get a random, pick of all 4 of these. This is the darkest one. That's pretty. And oh yeah, and it has the purple ink. That's what makes it kind of fun and different. Look at how big January is up there. And it's 1901. At least we can see that clearly, huh? All right. So you get one of each of these. And then I'm going to throw in an antique um, prescription. There, we've got that. I thought that was fun to put together since it's all about pharmacy ledgers. Let's get this one started. Oh, got to hit start to make it go, huh? Oh, good. Pushing Up Daisies, is this the one you were asking about? Let me see. Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, I had to get bigger plastic bags for these because they're a little bit wider. All right, I'll run it again in case anyone else is interested. There are there's this pack, and I'll throw in this pharmacy sheet or whatever you call it, prescription. Thank you, Maritza. All right, we've got this one. So yeah, I should be saying these are authentic. Dang, I got to remember that. Yeah, these are the authentic, the real deal from a ledger. We were talking about scans. I got to remember to make sure I clarify that. Thank you. All right, and then let's throw in this one for this next one. Let's see if anyone else wants another. Where's the little one? Oh, that's weird. I have another little one. Actually, I'll go with this one. This has all four in there. Thank you, pushing up daisies. I will put your prescription in there. Welcome in, everyone. We are going to be looking at a lot of scanned stuff I've done with French paper. But right now we are looking at, some authentic ledger pages. I haven't shown this one for a while. Let's look at this. Yeah. Okay, so we're still on authentic ledger pages. This is a single page. And I think I have one, two, three. Let's see, I'm counting real quick. 4, 5. Okay, so I've got 5, I think, that include the German page. So the first people to buy this will get this as an extra. And it's German. And then we've got this one, which I really like because it is a folio. 99% of mine right now are all folios, the ledger pages. This one is unique because it's horizontal instead of vertical and blank. And you get this beautiful fonts, words up here with numbers. And you have that on all 4 pages. Well, sides, 2 pages, you know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? My words aren't working today. So there's that one. Then you have, this is a bigger we're getting taller, and you've got this folio. The brown, the patina is beautiful. Then there is this one. The writing is just so fun and good. Look at that. So we got that one. The previous one is 1909. I'm looking for a date. If I would pin it, it will probably tell us. Get it pinned real quick. 5 French and 1 American. I think this is the one. Yeah, I didn't mention the German page because that's just going to be an extra while I have them. I think in 1978. That can't be. That has to be a number they wrote. Oh, here we go. We got an 89 up here. So 1889. 1978. Good God. That wasn't that long ago. This one is cool because it has these stamped images on it. Some are blue, some are black. But I thought if we could cut, if we wanted to cut into it, 1919 for this one with the numbers up there. We could, use those little blue things if we wanted, but I don't know. This writing is really good. Okay, next one. Again, it's a folio, and they're going to be, random pick numbers. This is just what happens to be in this pile. And then this is the American one, a railway company, 1890. I just think it's pretty because there's some crumb on it. Look at the numbers on here. I think this was another Gina, maybe. When then, so this is cool because you've got writing on the front and back of the first one. And look at this, blank on the second page. Oh gosh, I'm knocking you guys over. Okay, so here we go. And I've got several of these. And it's a running. What is pretty cool about these tall journal or ledger pages like this, if you wanted to use them in a journal, you could easily cut them in half, across here, or even maybe thirds to, add the pieces in your junk journal if that's what you do with them, or if you just want to collect them. All right, I'll get this back in the bag. Come here. I shoved these in they're just the perfect size for the 9 by 12 bag. But since then, I bought bigger ones, so maybe I should be putting them in there. Thank you so much. All right, I'll run it again in case anyone else is interested. All right, what do we want to look at next? While we're on authentic, let's look at this for a second. I was fortunate enough to get my hands, I'll count real quick, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'll tell you why. I was fortunate enough, I'll start at the beginning, to get my hands on some authentic French ledger onion skin in December. And I have got some that are blank, but they have a number at the top. Get the number the right, well, they're all backwards. This is uh, more of a white with some dark writing, and it has the number here at the bottom. These are the white, but even darker writing. This one is beautiful. It has that beautiful coloring, the brown. And this one is cool because they're horizontal. There's a good example. So you'd fold them like that to put in. Now, they weren't cheap, so I've got them listed. And what I was counting was I actually did some scanning of these onion skin pages and came up with a pack on. I scanned them and then I printed them on antique typewriter paper. So let me start. I think, did somebody say they were interested in some empty ledgers? I have quite a few. Let's see, onion skin. Here we go. Okay, so for the authentic onion skin, they're going to be $6 for two. So let me open up the first one. And you can pick from any of these colors and styles. Yeah, this stuff was not cheap. And okay, so here's your number at the top, and then here's your horizontal. They actually made ledgers with, I mean, ledgers. There, um, ah, there are ledgers full of just onion skin. I No, you don't smell onion. It's the kind of paper. It's just that it's really thin and crinkly. But oh, hi Mickey. So no, you don't, nothing, no smells. So here's your first, oh, and you can see where it was in the ledger on these edges right there. So I wanted, yeah, cooked onion doesn't smell bad. Mickey, I got a hold of some authentic French onion skin, and I was telling him this stuff was not cheap, but it is pretty darn cool. But I also scanned some. Trying to put these back in the bag is a nightmare because they're so fine. Okay, so here's the darker one, which is my favorite. 133. You've got a number up there, and then you've got all this handwriting. And so I took and scanned. I'm going to take one more out and see if there's interest because they are a nightmare to put back. And so I'll see if anyone's wanting them. And so here is the next one that has the dark. Yeah, they're They're really nice and they're the real deal. Some of the okay, like here, the ledger was up and down because you can see the raw edge where it was, attached. Okay, so there's those 3, and then I'll just show you in the bag the other 2, and if anybody wants them, I'll pull them out. Okay, so number 4 is this one that is a white, but the lettering is lighter than this one. Scooch it over. Okay, so I'll put that one up here because that can be one of your choices. And then this one it's a blank sheet, except well, I better take it out because the numbers are backwards. A blank piece. Look how fine this is with a number at the top. And I picked this one for that reason because I thought we could, how we could print on any of these actually. Well, I don't know. The vintage typewriter paper will go through my printer just fine. I will be honest and say I have not tried authentic onion skin paper through my printer yet. But if nothing else, we could decoupage or whatever everybody does with that. We can have these just to have sheets in our junk journals, as one of the pages. So they are, you can't see that one. You get to pick 2 pieces and they're $6. Oh, that's how much these cost me. And I never put a whole lot over what I paid just because I want you guys to have these and share, but they were not inexpensive. So here we go. We're going to start it. You can pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 if you are interested in this. Oh, get down here. They're just so floppy and delicate. Jenny, thank you. Which or you can have, I mean, if you like this one, you can have 2 of that for your 2. You don't have to do, 2 of or good lord, words come out today. Okay, what did I number them? You can mix or you can have 2 of the same one is what I was trying to say. Not coming out. Okay, Jenny, I'm going to recount. This one is 1, the horizontal is 2, the blank is 3, the brown is 4, and this one is 5. Okay. You want one of these. Oh, 4 and 5. Okay, 1 and 2 was your first. Gotcha. Okay, so we'll go with this one and this one. I'm catching on now. I'm gonna put these in the little bit bigger bags. I had forgot how flimsy these are. And can you imagine if you had the whole ledger book, how careful you would have to be with turning the pages? Because this stuff just is like flies. And now remember that I did scan some of them and put them on vintage typewriter paper. Thank you, Jenny. You're gonna love them. Hi, Kat. We're having a fun show so far today. All right. I'm going to run them again, and you get to pick two of one, two, three, four, or five. They can be the same or they can be a mix. Here we go. Uh-huh. Cat, which two would you like? This one is one. This is a horizontal one. So that's two. This is a blank one, but it has a number on it. That's number three. Can you hear the noise that it makes? Gosh. Four is the dark one, and five is the white one with the darker ink. This one has lighter ink coloring on it. This one. Oh. For whatever crazy reason, I bought quite a few. Four and five. You got it. Here's four. And I'm going to get one that. Well, these are still stuck together. This one has more. And some of it you can't tell which way is front. This has more writing on it. So we'll go with those two. Jenny, I'm going to look at yours and make sure your number five had writing, quite a bit of writing on it too. Oh, now they're static, trying to get this fine paper in a bag. Okay, got it. Get that sucker sealed. Where'd my pen go? There it is. You bet. Cat. There we go. Let me look at Jenny's real quick. Oh, yeah, Jenny, yours had a lot of writing. Okay, here we go. Run it again. I better start making a list. What was the other? We have the Victorian ladies. Oh, the empty ledgers. Is that the two things so far? Cat. All right. I better get this marker out of the way. I don't want to touch this paper with it. All right, Cat. So you got four and five the first time. Here is the horizontal one, which I love because of the idea of putting it in, if we wanted to put it in a junk journal. And then you've got your blank one over here with a number and the white one with the lighter ink. You let me know which two you would like. One and two. All right. Let me open up this one. Oh, this top one is nice, I think, because it has the words and then it has numbers. And this is a nice full one. Yeah. So let's go with those two. Oh, thank you, Kat. right now, since this is the first time I'm showing it, I'll give you guys the fullest sheets. All right, cat. Let's see if these will go in. Yeah, this is the darndest stuff to put in a bag because it's so flimsy and light. Okay, got it in there. And that is to Lisa. Lisa. You probably told me that last week and I didn't remember. I will try to remember, Lisa. Yeah. All right, let's run them again, see if there's anyone else that would like to get some. I just don't know if this paper would go through an inkjet printer. So I haven't tried that yet. Whoa, drop part of some. Okay, let me get this lightweight stuff out of the way. Just do this for now because it'll take me a half an hour to put it all back in envelopes. All right, that is done. Let me show you real quick the scanned ones. And these are printed on um, vintage typewriter paper. So you remember that. Here's the horizontal one. Remember the darker one? This is the color it came out. It has more orangey tones in it. And I did 5 of those different ones. And I've got more than 2. I don't think everything printed, but there was going to be 15. We can skip these since I don't even have a listing. Unless there's someone that wants it, and I have the 15 picked out. I just don't have them all printed. Okay. Okay. There's actually a couple in the that are going to be in the pack that are different than the 5 I showed that are pretty, that are also pretty. Okay, let's get this made. Yeah, this is definitely a more cost-effective way, isn't it? So they're not the vintage typewriter paper isn't as um, uh, thin and airy as the vintage typewriter paper, but I love the vintage typewriter paper because it has the crinkle, and just makes everything. Let's see, 15 scanned and printed onion skin pages. How does that sound? And they're new. Okay, we got that. They're going to be 15, one for $1 for each one. I'm going to pin it and we're going to start. So I can print as many as needed. Okay. Thank you. Pushing up daisies. I love that name. Okay, here goes the next one. Yay! Thank you, Jenny. And here it goes again. I bet for, oh, is Lisa right? Okay, cat. So who's Aaron? Is that pushing up daisies? Okay, 'tis I. I'll do one more in case there's someone else out there. Onion skin scans. Make myself a note on my tab. All right. Now, want to look at some ledgers? I think that was the first thing asked. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to miss anybody. Ledgers are right here. Okay, first thing I'll tell you is these are empty ledgers, not books. So they're quite a bit bigger. And here is the first one. Let me move these and let me move this. Okay, so here's the first one. With all of these, I have taken the pages out. So that's why and it just depending on how they came apart, most of the time the spine is still attached. I was trying to find my ruler. Okay, this one is 12 by 7.5. So here's the front cover, and it actually has, was this the flop? Yeah, look at that. Whoa. And then here is the back, like this. So, Kat, did you want the covers or was it someone else asking? Kim. Yeah, I think she asked before the Victorian ladies, but I could be wrong. All right, there's that one. Just going to run them for like 10 seconds. See if anyone. Kim, way to go. Thank you. They're definitely not in any kind of perfect condition, but I've had really good luck selling these empty covers. I think, do you guys use them to make journals with? Is what I assumed. Okay, next one. Next one's kind of crazy. Look at this. It has that wonderful label on the front. And these are, that last one, this one is a really thick board. And from the front to the spine is about 9.5. And it is a little over, oh gosh, like 12 3/4, because this ruler has half an inch after 12. and the spine is still intact. Goodness sakes, how do I show this? You've got this on the spine, and here's the back, and it has the extra kind of stuff around it. And then the inside is like this. So I'll run this one, see if anyone would like it. Yeah, most of them are black. Trying to find the next one that might be of interest. Oh, here's one that's kind of interesting. Oh, that's one piece of it. Okay, let me see where the other half is. Let me see if that's this. I think it is. Yeah, this one's in rough shape, but look at this. That's on the inside cover. This is one of the pharmacy journals, ledgers, I mean. And then on the back, inside cover, yeah, this is the one with the red edged pages that I was talking about in those packs. So that I left this page in here. So you've got that. And there's your back cover. And here is your back. But it's something else. Whoa, but just the writing on here is worth it. Okay, run this one. Got it. Thank you. Can't spell. There we go. All right. Still want to look at some more? This one's kind of fun. It has this label. Oh, and there is some information right there behind this red piece. You've got that, and you have got this, and then here's the back. They must somehow attach that to it, huh? I'm going to run this one. This is smaller. This is a smaller one. What, 12 by 7 3/4? Thank you, Kim. Oh, I got to drop down my chat. Sorry, guys. Let me see what I missed. Uh-huh. Oh, Kim. Okay, help me here. Do you have smaller? These are this, like the one you just bought is probably the smallest one because these are the ledgers. Okay, so Kim is saying she thought she was bidding on choice of the ledgers. Okay, let me back up here and see what we got. Okay, so Kim, you got this one. This was the first one, I believe. So I have your name on that one. And then you just won this, what I thought you wanted, you know, on the auction, this one. So you're saying you'd rather have one of the others that I showed? I showed this one. Okay, so you want this one, Kim, instead of number one or number two? Instead of number one. Okay, you got it. Okay, so are we square there now? Sorry for the confusion. Yes, okay, good, good. Okay, yeah, that's the one you have picked. That's a hefty one. Okay, so far we have Kim with two, but not this one, and pushing up Daisy with one. Is that correct? Okay. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad we got it all correct. Okay, so there's that one. And then this one is Kim. Looks like you like the labels on these. They both have beautiful labels on the front. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so do we want to keep looking at ledgers? You're good, Kim? Linda says yes. I was going to show this one just because it's the horizontal one. And look at that label. It's empty. But listen, and look, it all came apart pretty nice. Here's the back. This is kind of a goodie. It is up and down. It is 9, a little over 9. And front cover is just a little under 12. So I'll go ahead and run this one because I kind of like it. We'll see if you guys like it. You sure can, Nance. I'll put you on the list. We've got one more request before that. Okay, you betcha. BB Betsy, thank you so much. And I believe this is the first time you've been here. So welcome. My shipping is typically less than a day, except for this show from Thursday and last Thursday and Saturday. Good God, I don't know what the heck's the problem, but I usually ship pretty quick because I'm a buyer also. When I buy something, I want to get it as quick as I can to see it. Yeah. All right. You're probably wondering why the buttons are hanging out. I got some new little buttons, but we're going to look at the Victorian cutouts next. I think pushing up daisies, did you happen to buy some of the um, Victorian um, hand painted prints? That's what we're going to look at, but in a miniature size. Come here, ladies. Yeah. Well, thank you. First of all, you're going to love them. Those came from France, and a couple ladies at Christmas time bought them, and one of them, she framed it and is absolutely stunning. Another lady, young gal, she bought two, and she was going to have them framed and give to her mom as Christmas gifts. They're they're just absolutely stunning. So what I did, I created what I call little die cuts of those ladies. Let me pull them up. It was quite the process. I Oh, you've gotten too much glare. There, that's a little better. I scanned those beautiful large prints, large prints, scanned them. I actually have sheets that are 8.5 by 11 if you'd like that size. The next thing I did was remove the background on all of those prints and cut out these little die cuts of these Victorian ladies. I have one set left if you want all 21. So we got her and her. They are, I think, 6 inches. Oh, yeah, they're 6 inches tall. So they're perfect for a pocket or a tag, a large, tall tag. And then I've got her. And if you guys like these, I'll make more. No problem. Look at that. These are the images. This is one of my favorite, that coat and gown. Okay, so that's the first set. And the only, yeah, this is the set that I don't have an individual of. I'm going to sell it as a set so that you get all 21. So if you like one of these individuals, this is this one that I'm going to show next. I'm just going to pile all these together because I'm going to sell them as one. And you got this one. You might see some little, I didn't cut, that one's good. Look how look how well my cutting machine, oh, this isn't one yet. But like, this is a pair of eyeglasses that she was holding. You might snip just a little of that off if you want, or snip the whole thing off. But look how it cut that walking cane so well. And this one is a walking cane with some mechanism on it. But some of them might have a little thingy kind of sticking out the bottom. You just snip it off. I I have both the Cricut Maker, but my newest one that I'm in love with is a have you heard of the Caesar Juliet? There's this one. It kind of hit the scene hard as being one that can do the print and cut. If you're familiar with that, much better than the Cricut can. Here's a pair of eyeglasses. Look at that beautiful thing. All right, so here is all 21 of them, and I only have one set right now of all 21, but I'll be happy to make more if um, you guys want some more. All right, it's running. I made these probably 3 or 4 months ago or more, so I got to get back in the groove of figuring that all out, but I've got them saved, so I don't think it's going to be a big deal just to pull them up, and get them on the cutting pads. Thank you, thank you. I saw quite a few bids, so I'm thinking I'm going to make some more for y'all. How does that sound? Pushing up daisies, thank you. Kim, you got it. I just think these are amazing. And I think I mentioned maybe last week inked paper art. She sells French, but she also has those 365-day videos on her YouTube. Yes, you could probably sell at least 6 sets of the 21. All right. All right. And then I'll put these individual ones just in case somebody wants to pick up. There'd be 14 if you picked up both of those. And I'll continue to sort them the same way. So if you did happen to buy, one of each, say, you'd have 14 of the ladies, and then when I get them done, you could buy the third one you're missing. Just an idea. The phone cord came out. I gotta make sure it gets plugged back in. You guys have been amazing today, so I don't wanna mess that up with the phone dying. Ladies, let's see, where are they? Let's do die cuts again. Oh, it says right here. Duh. Okay, I'm gonna start the auction, and this will be choice of either one of these. Or if you want two of one, that's okay too. I mean, not two of one. Anyway, one pack is starting at $5. What the heck is with my words today? All right, Kim, would you like this set or this set? One or two? Run again. Okay, I'll get that one to you. Let's run it again. My marker is wimping out on me. I'm guessing you want two. Okay, perfect. Let's go again in case anyone else wants them. Kim and Kim. Jenny. Yay. All right, I'll run again. I have a feeling you want both. Okay, put your name on this one. Oh, we got somebody else jumping in. I got your number one, Jenny. Linda says, I think I want one. Thank you. This one will be coming your way, Linda. Oh, anyway, I was mentioning ink paper art. Go to her YouTube, and she uses these kind of things on some of the videos that she has created, and they just look beautiful, like on a tall tag. Okay, what was the next thing? Barons? Let me show you these real quick. I haven't put these up for sale, but if you were in my show, oh, cool, Jenny. If you were in my show when I was talking about, I don't know if I called them mood boards or master boards, but this is a master board. And I did a printed stained 12 by 12 page. And what you do is just cut up, you can see where all the lines are for the different pieces that were fit on here. You just simply fill it up. And look at this, what you get. I wanted to show you guys. I'm hoping some of you are in here that we were talking about. And see, now these are close to 7 inches tall. So your little lady could go on here so nice. And look how these come out. what I do is turn this upside down and start cutting with the dimensions that Kate uses from Inked Paper Art because my brain would want me to cut here or cut there. And I just turn it over. I start cutting. You can use these as tags, pockets. These are all Tim Holtz papers, I believe, except for this one. This one is a digital I have, and then I used some of the Florentine paper. So this could be a pocket on a page. Look how I just love that by letting the cutter, and I think I cut up 5 pages, 5 of these, and I got this much pockets and tags and inserts. So I just wanted to show in case some of you were here when we were talking about that. They're really fun to do. Okay, let me get my bearings. I think that's it. Have I missed anybody's request? Oh, oh goodness. Let me get turned around. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Yeah, you just chop up whatever paper, you know, you want. And then, yeah, yes. Because I loved it when Kate said that in the video that she turns it over because her brain won't let her cut it the way it just random, you know? Okay, I'm getting the different choices here. Yeah, it goes like that. That says Paris. There we go. There's Paris at the top. Put this one out. This is a butterfly. This is another hydrangea flower. I think that's the gist of the choices. Okay. Oh, I don't know if any of you know Sheila from Boho Daydreams. She's phenomenal. Not only did she come up with this idea, but she put out a video for us on how to make them. And what these are the foot things, foot sliders that you put under a leg, you know, to move stuff. She used that and turned it into this. This pad, because it's a little squishy, is comes black. So what I did was painted it white 3 different times with some gesso or something. And then you take a napkin and lay it over because you want the white background, you know, with a delicate napkin. And then you add, look at this gorgeous trim all the way around. And then you've got a cabinet knob. And what you do with them is use them to, like if you take a piece of paper, well, like if you're in a journal and you want to put a piece of paper on there, you can use that to smooth it instead of even a bone folder. And this is a bigger area, so you can kind of smooth it all a little faster that way. And um, I love it. Like when I go to fold paper, I use this to run along the crease instead of a bone folder, to get a nice crease. And man, it folds that vintage typewriter paper like butter. Okay, so I'm looking here. The most of these, okay, here's a high one, and here's a high one. Okay, so these, some are more gold. Yeah, you can see the gold kind of in there between the stones. And then one is a little bit more bronzy. There isn't a huge difference. But these are 12, the ones where the trim is right at the top of the pad. Oh, you did see someone last night? Yeah, they're becoming quite popular. Okay, so then these are the $15 ones because the trim comes up over the edge, and I had to stick a pin where every stone is. So 3 pins for every loop. So they were quite a bit more time consuming. Oh, good. And it's just so fun. You can either, put your hand on here like this and do your rubbing, or you can hold, I have a feeling I usually grab mine like this and do that. Now, mine are not as decked out as Sheila's. She put extra stuff, here on the top and even under the knob. And for my first round, I just kept it somewhat basic compared to hers, except all this trim is from her. Okay, so this is my favorite trim. Okay, so once you put the napkin on there, then you got to start doing the triple thick, if you've ever heard of that. And that's what starts attaching the trim and making this beautiful shine on top. And there's probably 4 or 5 layers of triple thick on here. Yes. That's very true, Billie Jean. That's perfect. So these were my first attempts, and I feel pretty good about them. There were a couple that, oh, I have really struggled with. I'm looking to see if I have any more that. Okay, so I do have this one that goes over the top. These The ones that goes over the top are 15. Look at that shine. And here's another one that goes over the top. And we've got a bee with some beautiful orange flowers. I know. How do you pick? Here's the orange flowers, but it has a butterfly. Okay, so how do we want to do this? You want me to run the 15 first, and you choose between these that go up over the edge? Okay. So we've got this one, beautiful blues and some pinky orange. All right. So you're going to have a choice of these 4. So we had that one. Here's Paris that goes up over the top. We've got these beautiful pink floral with the pink knob, and then this orange one with the butterfly. So here we go. Let's get them running. I'm so excited that you guys like them. I They didn't sell well at first, but I think they're getting out there more, and so I'm so happy. I made 36 of these suckers, or 32. I think 16 of these things come in a box. It was quite the assembly line. Barons, where are you? Oh, goodness. I thought I had them in the auction. Let me look. Inventory. Barons. Yeah, they should be here. Okay. Why aren't they coming up? I can find things so much faster on my laptop, so I always have it open. Baron. Come on. There we go. All right. We're going to start with the $15 ones that have the trim that comes up over the edge, and it'll be your choice of the four I just showed. And it's starting now. So this will be choice one, two, three, and four. You got it. Thank you so much. Elisdale, Lisdale. I know I'm not saying it right. Thank you. And I think this is the first time you've been here. Ida. Okay, Ida. Whew. I might need your help a few times, but I'll get there. Thank you all for being here. This has been a really good show today. I love that everyone is enjoying all this. Okay, I do have this one with the jewel over the top. Let me look. I had trouble with some of the. Yeah, no, I'm not selling that one. The knob, I have to re-glue some of these knobs here at the top. Okay, we're going to run it again, and it's for a choice of these three right here. And then we'll go to the $12 ones. Linda, which one would you like? Whoop, we got one, two, or three. Oh, the pink one. That's beautiful. Oh, I just lost my bag. Okay, I'm going to run it again. It will be for a choice of this bluey orange or the Paris. All right. What someone got my orange on. All right, let's go to the $12 ones. And that is the choice of any of these. And the only difference is that the trim is flat with the pad. So we got two that with blue knobs that have the pretty hydrangeas. We've got this orangey one with the butterfly. We've got this like Victoria, older roses with a pink knob. This orangey one with the bee. These are red roses. And then this is a peacock with a blue knob. And then we have a Paris. And you can see Paris right there. I had to throw in Paris, since I mostly sell French. All right, they are starting now. Thank you, Kim. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Oh, my bags fell back. All right. You're very welcome. Thank you. If you guys have any trouble with these, please let me know. Like I said, I had a little bit of trouble with some of the knobs, but I'm only showing the ones that are solid. And I'm gonna work on those others. Let's see. There's my pen. Okay, I'm gonna run it again. Your choice. Shannon loves vintage. Hi. Yes. These are called Barons because um hang on just a sec. Sheila from Boho Daydreams um ma- invented these or made these up from furniture sliders. So you've got this slick area here. And what I've done is taken, this was a black pad on top, like where the leg of the furniture would be, and added a napkin and trim and a door handle. And you use them to smooth out. Like if you put glue between two pieces of paper, then you can use this to move it around. I love to use them to crease, in a fold. Okay, let me get Kim on here before I get too far behind. And then, is this the one you're talking about? Oh, now I see I forgot how to pronounce your name. Okay, so Kim was the first one, right? This blue one. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, and this one is for you. I went on a hunt for those napkins. I got one from Sheila. I bought one from her, and I absolutely loved it. So I went on a hunt online, and I actually found a lady. I guess they're no longer made, but I found a lady and got oh, a nice little supply so that I can make more of the Paris ones if we like those. Elizalde. Okay, I gotta quit talking and get names on bags. Okay, we're gonna run again. It's your choice of one. I hope that made sense. Shannon loves vintage. You're very welcome. All right, pushing up daisies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Okay, got it. I know. I really like that one too. Well, there isn't. There isn't one that I don't like. I do have to say that, like the coloring on this one, I just feel like it came out kind of funky, but it's still showing the red and pink. But most of the napkins came out well. All right, pushing up daisies. Let me get your name on here before I start again. Now I'm finding out I should be putting your name on the bag before I put the Baron in it. So yeah, Sheila came up with this fabulous idea and shared a tutorial with us. Okay, let's run it again. I love the hydrangea. Nance, yay. Thank you. All right, and if you need to see them closer, you just tell me. Here's an orange one with a butterfly. That's one. These beautiful, I do love this one. It's like, older rose with a pink knob. That's two. And then here's this one with a bee. That's three. Here's the peacock, the bee. You got it. You guys have made me so happy today. I made all these and had them in one or two shows, and I only sold like one at each show. And I thought, oh dear, I've got 32. So thank you. 1999. Okay. Okay, so we'll do the pink roses will be one, the butterfly will be two, peacock will be three, and the red roses will be four. And it's a good one. Linda. Pulling my bags out that fell below. Three. The peacock. That sheen on there is just so pretty. If you guys have never worked with triple thick, it's a pretty amazing product. Thank you, Linda, very much. All right, let's go again. Wonderful. Look how many you guys are getting out of my house for me. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, in case you came in after we started, these these are 12, and it's only because the trim is at the height of the pad. These two, the trim comes up over the edge, and I'm charging $3 more because I had to stick a pin in every one of these. Every one. To hold it down into the triple thick. So I thought I'm going to do just a little more. And this is a Paris one, this one here. And I'm going to make more with uh, that, what I told you guys is my favorite. This one doesn't have a sturdy knob, so I'm not selling it. But this is my favorite trim, and it comes up over. So every dot, every stone, so three stones in each of these. But I will sell these two if anyone is interested. So let me switch back to the 15 and I'll start the, oh, I did 30 seconds, sorry. In case anyone wants one of those. But I'll make more with the other trim. Do you guys like the idea of the Paris one, or do you love just having the variety? Well, you know what? They're called Baron. You call them a Baron, Baron, and they're Sheila from Boho Daydreams. That's a Facebook page, Boho Daydreams. She's the one that created this idea. And I haven't done any demos, but I sure do. I'm starting to get quite a few requests. So I'd love to know if you guys would want to buy a kit of everything you need, and then I could ship it to you. And then, because to make just one, it would not be cost effective. But if I sold like kits and then I had a demo, on how to make them, would that be something of interest to anyone? But it's basically gesso. The pad is black when you buy these foot sliders. So I did a couple layers of the white gesso because napkins are thin and you would rather have white come through than the black pad color. And once that's dry, then you use, I can't remember some white thing she used, and put the napkin on and smooth it out. And then after that's dry, you start with the triple thick and you use triple thick to attach the trim and give it this beautiful gloss. Yes, Shannon, I will run the 12. And it is going now. And then once that takes 4 or 5 layers, and you have to let it dry between layers. And if you have a trim like this, you have to pin down each stone. If you have one like this, what you're doing is just running it along the edge. Number 2, the butterfly. You got it. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and Shannon, I don't think I've seen you for a little while. Are you doing okay? Good. I've got newbies and I've got my favorite returning customers. This has just been a really good show with conversation and showing you guys things you like. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to put these away. Let's look at these crazy buttons that have been sitting here. There are, I'm going to zoom in, 10 of these little buttons. Get out of there. Okay. These are little, do you call them round? I guess so. Round, but they have a really pretty pearly tint to them. They're a shank button and they're plastic. But I just thought this color, I picked a big old batch of these up, thinking, I think we'd like these for our, French or any kind of. I just bookmarked all your shows. I haven't caught up on that. Oh, thank you very much. So I did little packs of these buttons. There's 10 in a pack for $2. I wanted to see if any of you might like some of those for your journals or anything else. And I'll get those started. There we go. So you get 10 of these little pearly buttons. Yes, BB, definitely. I love requests. Oh, it didn't start. I don't think. There we go. So for these pretty little, that's not blue, that's the reflection of light. They're all off white. All right. I'll move these out of the way. Yes, definitely. If there's something you would like to see. Oh, yes. Oh, pushing up daisies. Thank you. I see Aaron on the end finally. I'm thinking that's your first name. All right. Let me. Thank you so much for being here. A desert lily. Yes, I ran some, but we can go back to those after I show these book covers. Okay, so let me make sure. The pushing up daisies, if you're still here, come to my next one because I haven't even gotten to the scanned checks that I have, French checks. There are some beautiful ones. All right. Oh, and my dogs are wanting out. Okay, the scanned French book covers. And I'm thinking you're talking about the full size. Because I also turned them into miniatures. So we can look at both of those. If you guys will give me less than 5 minutes, I need to let my puppies out and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'll put this in just in case someone. Be right back. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming back. Rue had to bark at a dog even though she had done her business. I have two of my own dogs, and then I'm taking care of my sister's. I've been taking care of her since July, and I don't know how much longer that's going to last yet. Okay, so here are the book covers. These are all books that I own, and I scanned the covers. Let me get this out of the way. I scanned the covers and printed them. And they are, oh, I just wanted to show you the difference in paper. If you have ever wondered, this is a presentation paper, and this is a lighter weight. And look at the difference in the coloring. Isn't that something? So that's number one. This is the second one. I'll get it pinned. You get to pick two for one price. There we go. Yeah, you get to pick two for $2. And then number three is this one. It has a lot of beautiful light blue in it. This one is beautiful greens and kind of a coppery gold color. And then number five is another green with it's more of a gold color. Here is a navy blue with, I guess you would call that a golden color. And then the last two are pink. We've got this pink one with that spine. And this is the last one. And we've got a pretty scrolly spine with this frame that would be on the front. And that's the back. So can you see the colors okay? So I've got them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will start them now. It's your choice of two. Congratulations, and thank you for the bids. Which two would you like, Betsy? I know. There isn't hardly a one that isn't gorgeous. If you need me to show them better, I can definitely do that. Okay, so 6 and 4. Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8. Run them again. Shannon, congratulations. Thank you for the bids. Which two would you like? We got one. That's the beautiful navy with the gold. This is an off-white. This is bluer. And then we got the green and the two pinks. 1 and 5. You know what, actually, ladies? Hell's bells. I can I can print these. So actually, oh my goodness, I messed up. I'm gonna put them all back out there, and you guys can tell me which ones you want, and I can get them printed if I don't, if you know more than one is chose. Let's see, book covers. Okay, Shannon, with that said, are you still okay with the two that you picked? Okay. Shannon wants 1 and 5. All right, I'm going to put these back up here. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. And Betsy picked 4 and 6. And let's get 4 back up here. 1, 2, 3. Goodness sakes. I had them, then I had to go and mess it all up. Okay, there. And Betsy had 4 and 6. Okay, I'm going to run it again. Six is, it's like a, almost like a blue green on the covers, more blue. In the center, it kind of, maybe it shows it a little better, a navy with a goldy color. All right, a desert lily. Which ones would you like? 1 and 2. All right, let's go again. Thank you, Linda. Which two would you like? Can you guys see them okay? Linda wants 1 and 3. Got it. It's running again. Got that pink down here at the bottom, and it's just kind of like, wow. Betsy, 3 and 8. Thank you. We'll go again. Thank you, Shannon. 4 and 8. You got it. Okay, we'll go again. All right. Which ones would you like, Nance? Thank you. 4 and 6. Okay, we'll go one more time. Oh, thank you, Betsy. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm so glad you found me too. A desert lily. Thank you. And which two would you like? Okay, so your first auction, you won 1 and 2. So do you want another number 2? I just want to make sure. Okay, just wanted to double check. Okay, we'll go again. Thank you, Nance. Which two would you like? 3 and 5. Got it. I'm so glad you guys like these. You have what's your plan, Desert Lily? Thank you, thank you. I just thought I bought these crazy books just one of the reasons was just to be able to do this. Is that crazy or what? There's my list of the ones I need to print. These don't take very long to print, so a French journal in those colors. Oh, amazing. Okay, so then I gave a little peek on this. This is a pack where you get, oh, come out. 3, 6, 4. Wait, how many on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, 24. These are some of them that we just saw, but miniature. And then there's a whole lot of other ones. These are miniature book covers. If you want to make little miniature books, and they are as cute as can be. Okay, so what I did, I had a horrible time trying to line up, the inside book cover. What have I got here? But I finally, here's the second page. This is my redo, but you're getting all this. And I was able to get this put together where when you cut the little books out, you're going to have this brown on the inside cover of the little book. For this one, I couldn't throw the paper away, so I just kept it all in a pack. I printed off these marble pages that you could cut out to glue to these if you wanted. So you get, where'd my thing go? This is what they end up looking like, if I can find one. Here it is. This little book. And what I used was rag paper for the pages. Oh, it's upside down. It's not glued in yet either. But I used rag paper, and you fold the rag paper strips like this, back and forth, back and forth. And cut them. It's 1 1/4 inch high. That's how high all of the little books are. And then going to include this board. And what you do is with your long strip, it'd be long and flat, right? You take it and you put it on here, and then you use this as a crease. Then you turn it. The best thing to do is turn it around, and then you crease it right here, and you end up with this. And depending on how thick the spine is, here's another one. You figure out how many of these little folded things you need, and then you put them in here and you hot glue them to the spine on the inside. And then you use scissors and trim. They shouldn't be sticking out on the top and bottom, but you will have some that comes out. This one was in here. Well, this one's like perfect. Then you would trim this edge, which would cut the folds. But if you don't care if they're, I mean, this is a teeny book just for show. So what I've included is 10 sheets of this is authentic rag paper. And what's nice is this paper is thick, so you don't need as many of the folded pieces as you would if you use, like a regular copy paper. So you get 10 of these that are folios, nice, thick, really pretty rag paper. And what I did was just cut 1 1/4, 1 1/4, all the way up. And I left them attached. So you had from this edge to this edge to fold back and forth to get your little book pages. Does that make sense to get these? And what's even better is around Halloween, Tim Holtz did a um, video with Simon Says stamps showing how to make them. And I've included that link in the auction. But to find it, go to Simon Says Stamp, not Tim Holtz. Simon Says Stamp, and it was when they were showing Halloween things to make. So you get 10 rag paper pages that are folios, so there's really 20 pages. You get this board to help you fold back and forth. You get this page that doesn't have anything on the back, but you've got a couple pages here to do your lining if you want. And then you've got this one that already has the brown. I'm just including these because I don't want to waste them. So anyway, you got 48 books and in this kit. Plus, I never did add up how many pages, it would take per book or, those fold things. But this rag paper, I've also thought it would be phenomenal for to use as a page in your um, junk journals. I've started creating one where I use these as my pages for my signature. And I'm going to put things on some of the writing, but then I'm going to leave some open and put pockets on and all of that. I hope that all makes sense. All right, I'm going to get it started, and it is running now. Now, so you've got all the book covers that y'all bought on here plus what there were 8. So what's 8 minus 24? 16? 16 other French book covers. Those are all covers that I own. A desert lily. Thank you. I'm just thinking these would be fun to tuck in, like a lace pocket or something, if you picked one of those skinnier spined ones, or attach it as some sort of like a dangle. Those were my thoughts anyway. Let me get your name on here and I'll run it again. Okay, run it again. See if anyone else would like some. Oh, I'm sitting here trying to pronounce your name. I'm going to say is Eliz. I know that's not right. Ida. I got to get that in my head. Thank you. Ida. All right, we'll run it again. I made a bunch of the folded, these little folded pieces while I was watching a movie. And it was just kind of fun. The main thing is to flip them with your little cart, with your little chipboard piece, but also look at Tim Holtz and Simon Says Stamps um, tutorial. That'll definitely help. Okay, let's see. Let's go to document covers that I have scanned and printed. These are what would be perfect for your tall, skinny journals. Let me move this out of the way. I think there's 12. I have a selection of 12. Yeah. When I printed these last week, I didn't click the button to not fit to page. And what I found was some of the writing, like on this one, was over the edge and you couldn't see it. Well, I couldn't have that. So the people that bought them last week, I redid them and did not fit to print and printed them their true size and matched up and made sure they were the same width. So when you cut them out, you've got what you need. Most of these are these are the covers, and then yeah, on the back side I've printed. Forgot to explain that. And most of the time, what's on the back side is from that same document. And here's number 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I'll show you the backs. We'll do 6 at a time just so we doesn't get too overwhelming. Okay, so here is the back of one. And so if you see, like this one has the green, it definitely came, from that document. And when I scanned it, it picked up some of the green. So here's the document and here's the cover. Then we have this. This is a marriage document, notary, and this is the back side of it. Okay, so number 4 is the blue one. I had to really manipulate this sucker. All I had was the cover. Then I found I had this document that has the blue down here, and I just thought it went really well together. So I made the blue cover the size that would work with this document. So they were the same width. And this is a beautiful brown. And on the back side of it is this. So when you fold, after you trim the white off and you fold them, wherever the half is, you've got this on a tall, skinny journal, and you open it up, and on inside and back cover, you'll have the pretty document that goes with it. Here is this green, and it has this for the back. Yeah, I worked a long time on these after I realized I needed to print them so that everything fit. I'm like, oh my gosh, document cover. These are going to be pick 2 for 4. It's because I have printed on both sides. So I'm kind of just sticking to $1 a print. So that's why these are more, because you've got double-sided. And you get a choice of 2. Where did they go? Come here. Come here, document covers. I thought I had them pinned. Now I do. Yeah, pick 2. So I've got these 6, and then I've got 6 more. So we'll start with these 6 first. And it is going now. And I can print as many as you all might be interested in. Okay. All right, let me show you the other 6 real quick. This is number 7 with this on the back. I really like this one. Look at the texture. You can really see the oldness. Is that the right word? And you got stamps and all these images that come through. Here's one that's a little pinker with this on the back. And we've got real pink here. A nice, pretty, bright pink. Can't talk. With that on the back of it. Here is a beautiful blue. And you'll see, this is the actual document. So it was, the edges were torn, a little bit. This is marriage one. There's 11. And then I thought this one was fun just to kind of add in. It's got a pretty brown color and this beautiful document on the back. And like I said, it's on 45-pound paper so that, it'd be sturdier for a cover. We're going to get those started. See if anyone would like any of those. Yeah, be sure and look through my um, not cart, auction tab. And then I have things in the bin also. So be sure and take a look around and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. Okay, then I have been playing around with making digitals. I'll just show these real quick. Oh, ledger covers. Yes. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry. Oh, got to get reorganized. Oh, sitting on my foot leg. I got to move it. All right. We have got quite the variety of ledgers. They are ledgers that I have taken the pages out to sell. And what I'll do is show it and then run it and see if anyone wants it and go that way. I think I have 5 or 6 left. These are from actual ledgers, so they're bigger. I'm trying to get it pulled up so I can pin it. This one is kind of in rough shape, but the boards are still, in really good condition as far as the wood itself or the whatever boards they use to actually make them. Okay, so we've got this. Got a rough spine. And then this is the back. So it's for just the leather front and back and spine is what this is for. Let me measure it so you have an idea. This one is, let me go this way. We got 12 and a half and 12 and a half, 12, 13, 14 inches tall and almost 9 inches wide. I'll start this one. See if anyone likes that. See, I'm looking here. I have 4, actually. Okay, so let's look at the next one. This one has some of the labels still left on it. Look at the inside of that one. This is one of the pharmacy ledgers. We sold some of the packs earlier, and it has that beautiful page on the inside cover. This one is, this ruler is 12 and a half inches, and it's just a little bit longer than that. And then we've got to the spine around 9 and a half. So here's the front. Look at that. Is that the one I just showed? Oh, yeah, I showed it and measured it. Okay, so we're going to run this one. Okay, so this one has that beautiful pharmacy paper on the inside cover. I love this one. It's, I just love all of the wording on it. Linda, congratulations. Congratulations and thank you. All right, here is the next one. Get your name on here real quick. All right, I'll start with measuring it. Then I won't get mixed up. This is a taller one. So 12 and a half and another 1.5. We got 14 inches high. And it is about little less than 9 inches. And here's the back. And we'll get this one running. Thank you, Desert Lily. I'll get your name on this bag before I put it in there. Whoop, A. I think I spelled that right. Looks kind of funky. Thank you, thank you. Okay, the last one for today is this one, and it's a smaller one. It's got a really nice, I don't know if that's the actual label. I think it probably is. And you've got some label on the spine. This one is 12 inches by 7.5. And the front is detached from the spine. But look what you got. This beautiful blue marble paper. And then on the back, you've got some more of the beautiful blue marble paper. And there's the back. And I will run this one. Oh, I thought you might like that one, Desert Lily. Perfect. I'm going to put it in the same bag as your other one. If I can get this to cooperate. Oh, come on. Those bags are the worst once you've torn the thing off to make them sticky. Okay. I was just going to ask for any requests because I think I'm actually going to wind down once we're done with the requests. Okay, so I have two kinds. This is 8.5 by, I think it's 13. And it has the, yeah, 8.5 by 13. And it has the red stripes. We got a single stripe here and a double, like a pinky red. So you get 10 sheets of that. Or I have this one that is 8.5 by 11. And it doesn't have any lines on it. This is what I use for most. That's 2 sheets. I can tell by the thickness. This is the one I use a lot to print with. is this size, but I love both. All right, so I am going to get those pulled up. Come on. I'll run the 8.5 by 13 first. And that is this one that has the light. I don't, is he call that pink or red? A really light red. Thank you, a desert lily. And I have several sets of this. I'll run it one more time just to make sure no one else wants the bigger size. All right. Then we'll go to the other one. You get 10 sheets, and they're 8.5 by 11, and it's starting now. Just that wonderful sound, that we love in our journals, especially. All right, let's go with last call, and it doesn't matter how long it would go. If there's numerous requests, I'll keep going. But if there's anything else any of you would like to see, let's see. Can I run, please? The plain ones, honey? This one? Yeah, this is it. This is the vintage typewriter paper. And that is 8.5 by 11, and it's plain. Nothing, no lines or anything on it. And then the other one looks like this, and it's 8.5 by 13 with the pinkish color lines on it. Is that what you were thinking of, or there's something, or was it something else? Yes, and we'll get to the threads too, a desert lily, you betcha. Vintage. Something else. Okay. Tell me what the tell me what the heading says, if you would, and I can probably find it faster that way. Let's see. It must be something that I printed on the paper, maybe. Vintage typewriter paper. Yep, that's this. Now, if I printed something on it on the vintage typewriter paper, then that would be different. This is wonderful paper, and I don't have any trouble with that going through my inkjet printer. Inkjet is what most of us have, inkjet printers. You can print beautiful things on there. You want me to run that? Yes. Oh, the wallpapers are gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, Ida. Am I saying that right? Okay, well, if it's something else, just let me know what I put for a description and I can definitely find it and show you. But that's the two plain vintage typewriter papers that I have without anything printed on them. Okay, so let's look at, we have thread and the vintage wallpaper are the two requests, correct? Tell me if I'm wrong, if I missed something. Okay, the threads. These are from France. I think these are the choices I have remaining. I'm looking in my box real quick. Okay. Let me find them. Where are they? I'm going to type that repriser word in here. Are they in the? I bet they're in the buy now. They are. Okay. That's why I wasn't finding them right away. Okay. So, yes, I have a 3-pack. Says I still have 3 of these. And these, you can see the color is a little bit different, not a lot between these two. Okay, I know what you're talking about now. This one is a little bit browner and this one's a little bit rosier. And then you've got this dark gray. And they are, let me get them pinned. I have 3 of those. I'm going to run them as an auction. They're in the buy now. And we'll start it now. Okay, so that gives you all 3, and that's starts at 9. And then I have a 4-pack that starts at 12. And it is 2 of the rosier color and 2 of the gray. And I will run those. Run as auction, and they're going now. This one is for the 4 little spools. Yeah, these came from France. They're, I think I accidentally slid the buy now. Do you think you got one? Let me see if I can. Sold a desert lily. I see you purchased one of the 3-pack. So that works if you did it in the buy now, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, these are brand new. They're not a spool. They're like a, I don't know what you call them, but they're really nice thread, and there's a lot on there. Okay, what was the other request? Oh, the wallpaper, and then we'll get to the little typewriter bags. I don't have a ton of those left, but I do have some. I think you guys are going to like this vintage wallpaper. Okay, this first one, where did my others go? That the one that is from France. Here is the first one. This is not from France. The first two are not from France. The brown one. Where's my pile of those at? Okay, let me get this pulled up. Wallpaper. Okay, I've got the first one pinned. This has a beautiful um, shimmery, pearly, type background. And then the flowers have a pearly, and there's all kinds of beautiful colors. This piece is 10, 10 inches high, and it's 20 and a half inches long. And what I've done is folded it so you've got this piece big enough for a journal cover, and then you'll have this piece to play with. I try to cut them all big enough that they could be used for a cover if we wanted, or not. And I'm going to get this one started. Thank you, Linda. I've got several of these. I'll run it one more time in case somebody else wants one. I'm going to show you my favorite one. And then I'm going to try to find the French ones. Where in the world did I stick them? This is a vintage, gorgeous blues with gold shimmer. This is my favorite one, but I also love blue. So that's partly why. And this one, you can see how old it is by what the back looks like. Like the back on this one is more of that texture we're somewhat used to when wallpaper was a thing. This one is much older, and it's 10 by 13. It was pretty cool. The width of that wallpaper was the perfect width, and so then I just cut it 9 inches to make sure we had enough height for a junk journal. Can you see the gold? Doesn't doesn't show in real great, but there's quite a bit on it. We're gonna get this one started. Did it go? Yeah. Oh, I know. I see my French. I knew it couldn't be too far away. Thank you, Linda. I'll run it again just in case someone else would like one. I'm excited to make a journal with this blue wallpaper. crazy thing with darn wallpaper, though, is that except for this blue one, they all want to keep curling, even though I have I have put heavy books, heavy stuff on them. Jeez, and they still want to curl. Let me get your name on here. I can't remember if I said thank you, but thank you. Okay, this is wallpaper from France. And this is really curly. It will not straighten out for nothing. I think it goes like this. And this one is really, really thick paper. So if you bend it, it cracks. You know, to fold, to put a fold, like if you used a Baron to fold on the crease, it would crack. But to bend it around, like for a cover, I think it's going to work. Come here, French wallpaper. Where are you? There it is. And this is 17 inches wide and 10 and a quarter high. And it has a beautiful glossy, just amazing. You can see the impression on the back. And I believe this is the one someone said to maybe Mod Podge to it possibly protect it better, from when it gets folded. And we'll get this one running. But it has a little bit of a leathery feel to it as far as, the coloring in the back. And so I just think that would be really pretty for a cover. All right. So those were the 3 wallpapers. I have another one that's red and cream, and I keep forgetting to get it prepped. Okay, so let's look at the typewriter bags. Uh, where are you at? Unfortunately, I'm down to not very many. But what I did was I took a piece of that vintage typewriter paper. Oh, you're very welcome. And printed, I have a lot of, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word, digital paper collections that I've bought. And I printed different pages onto that vintage typewriter paper. Then I folded them up to make them look like a little bag. I can't even think of the word. Glassine bag. Oh, they're coming, but they're slow. The words. And then brought up the bottom. I added some rag paper at the top that you can work on crinkling better. And originally, I was going to make the bag and put a piece of trim. And when I did that, I wasn't happy with how they looked. They needed more. So most of these trims, this is a really dark green. It's beautiful. Are from Esme on Crafty Me Shop. She's on Facebook and she has live sales and sells this stuff by the yard or sometimes by the bundles lately. Okay, so that wasn't enough. So I have every color in the rainbow of the crinkle ribbon stuff. And then I made tiny envelopes, which we haven't seen yet, but I have packs of these tiny envelopes that you can purchase and make your own. They're a little envelope, French envelope that has been made tiny like the little books, and they have a print on the inside. And then you have a little, this happens to be Christmas themed, and this is a little song, Silent Night, with a Christmas there. So this is more of a Christmassy one. It wouldn't have to be. You could take the Christmas thing out and not have it that way. Come on, get in there. A bulb pin is how I attached it with some little tiny beads. So there's that one. This one is a wintry scene. All these, most of them are from French digital files. And you've got a blue envelope on this one with the little letter inside and your bulb pin. And then this is actually a French document that I printed to make this envelope and added some vintage velvet trim and the ribbon and the pin and the envelope. Here's a bright pink one. And then this one, again, is the um, vintage French page with these color combos. And then I'll have to ask if I have some beautiful Christmas ones, if you're interested. You just tell me. Isn't that pretty? Okay, you'll take the black and pink one. Are you calling this one the black one? This is a really deep evergreen. Do you still like that? Okay, perfect. And the pink one. All right. Can't remember what I have these priced at. Is it 6? 4? No, that's not it. That's a different one. Let me find it. What did I name them? Are they called bag, maybe? Come here, bag. There they are. They're 5. Okay. So I will start the auction. Anyone can bid, but I'll start with this one that you said you like, and we will get it started now. I love how these came out, but they were definitely much more time consuming than I thought originally. But they've been popular, so I will probably make some more. Did I have them started at 5 or 6? Oh, Desert Lily, I hear you. Thank you so much for being here. This has been the one of the best shows as far as fun and interaction and all that stuff that I love. All right, I'm going to run it again. We'll do this one. Okay, so the first one jumped to 6 for some reason. That's weird. Or did you hit it twice by accident? All right, I'm going to run it again. Oh, thank you. I get inspiration from something. I'm not good at, well, I actually did on my own think to add these things, but typically I get my inspiration from seeing something and then go with it. And I love making this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm going to run one more time and you can have a choice of one, two, or three. Just make sure we've got everybody covered that wants one. Oh, well, thank you, Desert Lily. Yeah, these, I really liked how the Christmas ones came out too. And you guys are seeing the tail end of these. I, good Lord, I think I had 45 of them when I first started. That's the other thing. I can't do anything small. It's like I got to take a big old chunk, like making 32 of those barons instead of making like maybe starting with 16. I had to do 32 instead of maybe doing 10. I ended up with 45. But it kind of works out because you kind of start like an assembly type line, in stages. I don't know. It's been, I've really, really enjoyed making things and having them here for all of you. Okay. Well, I have fallen in love with French, but it's not cheap. And so that's why I've kind of shifting over gears of doing the scanning and printing them so that more can afford. Oh, thank you. Oh, that means the world to me, ladies. Thank you. All right. Anything else before I check off for today? Thank you so much. I I did go through my Tim Holtz inks, sprays, and all of that stuff, and I'm going to do a show Thursday night that's going to be just that stuff, and I'm starting them at half of wholesale. So, or not wholesale, half of retail. So if any of you are looking for some Tim Holtz sprays, uh, good Lord, I have 5 categories, but it's more of the spray stuff and a few inks, mostly sprays, paints. That's one. Oh, and re-inkers. Tons of re-inkers. I do the sprays. I don't use them as much as I thought I would, so that's why I'm thinning down my collection. But if you make your own paper, or even if, well, let's say I printed this and wanted a more, maybe some more green, then you spray that ink, green ink stuff on there. You can even do little droplets. You can do a fine spray, and it would add, some additional dimension. People that make their own paper do a lot of the sprays. Tim Holtz used the sprays a lot with, backgrounds for tags, so they're beautiful colors. And then I've even got some of the mica ones that have a shimmer in them. Those are cool. And I've used well, I use the sprays when I have colored my own crinkle ribbon. I use those sprays. I do too. I love shimmer too, Linda. I use the sprays for the when I made my own crinkle ribbon. Spray it down, roll it around, squish it up, stick it in a bag, and let it dry. So there's quite a and if you're there's a whole lot more ideas. But if you went to timholtz.com and put in on YouTube and put in shimmer or the sprays, distress sprays, he has them in his regular colors and he has them in oxide ink colors. It's a liquid ink. You'll find all kinds of ideas for using this stuff. Well, I have had the best time today. I'm thrilled um, with how fun today was, and I'm going to find somebody to raid into, and I will hopefully see a lot of you back Thursday night for some Tim Holt stuff. Let me find who do we want to raid into? I always forget to tell you guys too, if you're a seller, I want you to always feel welcome to talk about it in my shows, promote and talk. I don't recognize anyone. Who? Many of them are coming up. Oh, here's a ephemera. Evan collects things. I've not ever been to one of their shows. Let's see what they're about. Thank you all so much, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.